Okay, boy, is it time for a chatty catch up. Hi there, it's Natalie, and welcome to my channel, Nurture Handmade. Today, I want to discuss some of my recent makes, as well as what I've been up to with the Black Friday / Cyber Monday. It is not what you think. And I wanted to share some of the things I've made recently as well, and what some of my inspiration behind those things is. Did you do any Black Friday shopping? And what have you been up to? Would love to know. Okay, so first off, I made the Dewdrop dress by Friday Pattern Company. I have on the Dewdrop dress in just a nice drapey, kind of a rayon-y blend. I can't even remember what kind of fabric it is, but I think it's mid-weight, so it's showing the lines off, but still very, very drapey. Here's the pattern. It has that awesome base to it. It's kind of a bell shaped. And it also has a top pattern, which I'm about to make. So that, and then I also have on the Saskia cardigan, which I bought from stylearc patterns to make up something simple and just really basic, because I have made some other cardigans, but I just wanted kind of a slimmer, yeah, just more basic one. So I'm very happy with it. As you can tell, I've yet to put the buttons on. I wanted to wear my dress to work today, and so I'm already back from work, and realized tonight I have a lot to share. So let's see, I will just jump right in. So the other day I was watching Yorkshire Sew Girl, and Ruanne always has on some cool leopard print sweatshirt or knit t-shirt, and it sent me on a search over here in the States for some pattern companies that carry really cool sweatshirt fleece in prints that are a little bit more interesting than just your basics. So I did come up with a few. So the first one I found is really cool. It's from Style Maker Fabrics up north of Seattle. They have a great website, and they are so awesome. If you decide to purchase fabric from them, they offer their services to pick out the perfect threads too, if you want. So this is a French terry. I got lots of yards, and my plan for this, can you see that? Oh gosh, with the lavender. So I think that rivals the UK a little bit. So I guess in the UK it's first for fabrics. So we have Style Maker Fabrics here. And I plan to make a really basic sweatshirt that I can have for years. Just the most simple shape, and let the fabric kind of do the talking with that one, and kind of a classic. So I'm thinking about the Cosmos sweatshirt, but in not the funnel neck, just your super straight. I like the Raglan sleeves, so comfortable. I made it recently, and I will show you that in a minute. The other option I was thinking of was the Drew, but in the non-color blocked. I just want to show that and be happy with that fabric. So those are the two that popped into my mind. Let me know if you have any other ideas for super, super simple. The next sweatshirt fabric haul, if you will, came from knitfabrics.com, which is out of Oregon. I believe it's over in Baker City. I felt really lucky to find them. They have a lot of great prints, and I believe they even do their own prints there that are exclusive to them. So you got to look them up, knitfabrics.com. I'll include the info in the description box, and I will share with you the yardage that I bought from them. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm going to make with all of these, but I did decide that this guy right here, I think it's Ruanne worthy. What do you think? with the peach leopard. It's a really nice, soft, mid-weight French terry, but super stretchy. And I'll show you that. Again, this is knitfabrics.com. And I think this one will also be a very simple sweatshirt. I don't know if I have enough from this haul to make a whole sweatshirt with this, so I may have to color block with that one. One thing to note with knitfabrics.com is a lot of them, not all of the fabrics, are by the half yard. So you do need to pay attention to that if you're watching your price. Also, if you have a project in mind, you need a certain amount of yardage. So I might have ordered 1.5 yards thinking I ordered 3 yards, even though I do know that sometimes I shop late at night and I forget. A week or two ago, I made the Sunday morning romper from Mood Fabrics, and there's a fast fashion brand out there that has really cool shapes, and I have resisted buying their romper that looks like denim, and I finally found a really cool one that rivals that, and I made it in the pink French terry, and then I made it in a stretch denim. I sold that one on Poshmark just because it was too big. I had sized up thinking that I needed to because it was stretch denim, but I didn't need to. So I went and found on knitfabrics.com this amazing faux denim that is a French terry, super lightweight. Well, it's substantial enough, but I think this is going to make the perfect dupe of the one I want to make. So don't you think that's going to look cute in the Sunday morning romper? Free pattern from Mood Fabrics. Okay, so I saved the best for last. Heavy sweatshirting. Knitfabrics.com. Very wide, 60 inches wide. And I actually ordered enough. So what I plan to make, at least where I'm going with this right now, because it's so cuddly and we're moving into our colder times here in the Pacific Northwest, is I plan to make one of these Burda patterns or a really substantial hoodie, but make it into a dress length, like a midi dress sweatshirt. So I haven't decided if I want to use one of those Burda patterns and just add a hood or leave them as they are. I've had success with a lot of those, and a couple of them I haven't made yet. I'm definitely going to wanting to make almost all cozy stuff.
Cut to, I went ahead and made this dress, the Burda dolman sleeve pattern. It is so cozy. I definitely recommend it. It has a very tall funnel collar, and it just feels like you're wearing the most cozy blanket, but very stylish. It has a nice waist tie. I made a little bit longer, and it has the side loops. 5 out of 5. Thimbles of Wonder will make again.
I'm going to have to get going, man. I've got a lot to share with you today, but I did want to share these numbers. The Burda, super easy. It's 6074. It's a dolman sleeve. There's not a shoulder seam in sight on this. And I really love this dress for winter with, like, wool leggings or tights if you like to be cozy. And then I also picked up the Simplicity 9385 because you've got so many options. I love those long cylinder sleeves on the bottom. So cute. And you can do a turtleneck or not. And I believe that could probably be hacked into a dress if you wanted it to be. And then I got another Burda Easy 5790, which is that fun crossover front there. There's the line drawings. That's a little easier to see. But I haven't made a crossover front. And then I haven't made this one either yet, but hope to. 6315 Burda style. There's 3 totally different options there. You've got a funnel neck that's extra long, probably the longest one I've seen. Then you have a regular hoodie with a nice big fat pocket that goes all the way into the ribbing. You can see it there. Very, very big. There's that big funnel. And then you got this really nice asymmetrical color blocking. And then you get that really great hood that you could put probably on any of those. But I love that wide strip in the middle because it just gives you that more wide, you know, kind of like mysterious hood. Also cozy. There's that one. Then I have the Simplicity 8982, another easy pattern, but look at all the options. You've got the 2 skirt lengths, and you have different sleeves options, and I think all the colors on here are all pretty much the same. You have a little bit of a mock turtleneck on that mustard color one, but obviously you could extend any of those you wanted to. This one I did make a toile up. It was not a wearable toile just because the fabric wasn't my favorite. But this is cute. It turns out so cute. It's got a little bit of an hourglass shape. It has a optional ribbing on the bottom that kind of just holds everything together. And one of them they're showing you without. And it has, it doesn't have puff shoulders. It has pleated shoulders, which are really cute. And then you have the optional short sleeves. And it is not Raglan. I thought it was. But it has this really cool, wide option for a collar. Reminds me a little bit of the Cocoa from Tilly and the Buttons. So this is Mccalls M7993. Definitely making that one again. Which one did I just drop? Lastly but not leastly, I made this one the other day in a leopard. And it is New Look N6683. And I made view A with the higher collar. And it turned out really cute. Actually, my husband said I have to keep that one because he liked it so much. So, and it has the option of patch pockets if you want. So they're all very similar, but all of them have certain differences. So I thought that might be fun to share. Okay, so I'm moving into some of the men's patterns. I'm very, very lucky. My husband likes to wear the things that I make him. And that's not always the case. I know a lot of my sewing buddies don't make things for loved ones just because it can be hard to not be attached to them liking it or not, and clothes are personal as they should be. So I'm just super blessed, and I wanted to thank him, so I made personalized labels just for him. So they say just for, and then his name. So I picked up 2 patterns for my son and my husband. I got the Arctic pullover sweater. There's no line drawing on this. These aren't the instructions. These are patterns I need to cut out. And I got the Arctic pullover sweater. It's a straight fit adult. And then I also got the Shawl collar sweater. So I will be putting line drawings up in the screen here at some point. And I'm going to use this fabric that I picked up from Persnickety. There's 2 colors. This kind of a taupe herringbone. These are reversible, so you can either do that or a cream. That's the other side. You could do some color blocking just with this fabric. Again, it was from Persnickety. I think it was only like $6 a yard, and I got a lot. So one of them for my fellas will be out of that. And then I also have the exact same, but in like a gray and cream. And then the other side is the cream, same as the other. So I definitely recommend Persnickety. It seems like they have awesome prices. They did go up from $6 to $8 when Joann's went out. But you know what? They're one of the only games in town for super duper affordable mainstays. So definitely recommend them, and it's worth it for the $8. And they do have a lot of extra sales too. So speaking of making things for my husband, he just had a birthday, so I whipped him out a couple things, and he's been wearing them almost nonstop. Love that guy. I make him and my son both the New Look 6772 joggers with the pockets. They have the ribbing at the bottom. There's the line drawing. I don't make the sweatshirt. I don't know why I haven't made it, but the joggers I make, I got them on lock and they are in regular rotation. So here is a pair that I made him out of this super duper tech fabric. It's got big time fleece on the inside. And as you can see, it's pretty substantial. They turn out great. He wears these quite often. Pockets are awesome. And I did get my label in there for him. I don't know if you can see that. It says made for him. There's his name. And then on the other side, it says, I love you forever and a day. And then there's my name. Yes. And then to go with that, I made him this Burda pullover sweatshirt. 113. And I hacked it to be a bit bigger, and I did not do the side vents, but everything else, I just added literally an inch to the entire pattern. It's a unisex, but it has some really cool features. It has a seam down the sleeve on the top. I think it gives it a really cool shape, and it has it goes up on the sides, and there's where I put his little tag on this one. And this is a French terry performance style. French terry's really kind of his jam, so I don't think that one's going anywhere anytime soon. And another one I made him was the Mimi G style 8613 simplicity, and I did it with the long sleeves, but I did the basic nice raglan, which is a wonderful pattern. A lot of companies have this. And I did it in this really heavy cotton with a slight amount of spandex, so it has great recovery. And he wears this one a lot too, and it looks really good. This color is really good on him. I'm always drawn to this color in the Pacific Northwest. I think it just looks so good. So I'm happy that he wears the things I make. Still going, chatting up a storm here. So I made the Cosmos sweatshirt in a plain style, not the funnel neck like I mentioned earlier. And I decided to use up this yellow French terry, which I also got at Persnickety, because my friend Jen in my sewing group told me if I had any yellow projects to go ahead and use her machines because they were already loaded with the yellow. And if you have a serger and all the machines, you know how nice that is to not have to switch all the threads. So I jumped on it, and I did make a set. And I'm using these for pajamas, and they're awesome. But that's what the sweatshirt looks like. It has ribbing on the bottom, and it has cuffs, and it's a raglan. It's got so many of my favorite things, and just your nice regular. I'm gonna put the little cute tag in there. And then I hacked the pants that go with this sleep set. So I widened the legs, and then I took a beat from the Laura leggings and just put both the pattern pieces together, so I didn't have any outer seam on the side leg. So I hacked those into those. The bad thing about doing that is you can't do inseam pockets, but since it's for pajamas, it was fine. Believe it or not, I'm still going. I am excited about this one, but this is going to be one that's going to be making me think. This is the Rose Raglan by Paradise Patterns, and I've got this all cut out and ready to go, and I think I'm going to do the boxy version. I love the way the raglan sleeve wraps into the back yoke. I mean, the originality is just Chef's kiss. Can't wait. I just can't wait. So I am going to do a bunch of knit projects to get my Sojo built up, and then I will jump into the Rose Raglan. I still have the Manoli marquise skirt on my mind, but it's also going to be one I have to build myself up to. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and I hope you got a few things from this. Have a wonderful night. Until next time, peace out.